and this one is called the Rise of the Cthulhu expansion. This one's actually going to allow players to play as those great old ones, performing all sorts of nefarious deeds, and also including giant miniatures that you'll be able to put out onto the board. Of course, players' actions as monstrous super beings from space can have all sorts of effects on space and time, which means that players don't want to push their actions too far because that can actually push the shared doom track all the way to the end, which causes all the players to lose the game. There's not too much more info on what this version is going to be adding to the game, but it is going to be spicing it up a little bit, granting you with those different characters that you can play as, and also introducing some new mechanisms. If you're not familiar with the original game, this is a game that plays in Victorian London, and players are all going to be playing as different characters with their own unique win conditions. This is an important aspect of the game, and it's one of the reasons that you keep your character hidden. But players are going to start with some action cards and a bunch of different types of units that they can deploy out onto the different locations on the board, and each round players are going to be taking turns using those action cards to take those various actions. Cards can grant you with an assortment of different actions and special effects, and you can choose which you do and don't want to activate. These cards can allow you to place units or buildings out on the board, assassinate other player units, gain money, cause random events, or even use the card's special action, which can do all sorts of different things, but some of these cards can actually allow you to play an additional card on that same turn. If two players ever occupy the same space, you're going to be putting a conflict token there, which prevents any buildings from being built, which is one of the reasons that the assassination action is so important, so you can get that other player out of your space and build whatever building you want to build there. And players are just trying to do all of this to try and complete their specific win condition first, which might require them to have certain buildings out or occupy certain locations, but there can be all sorts of other requirements as well, and I think with this new expansion you're going to see quite a lot of changes to those requirements because I doubt that the great old ones are too concerned with building buildings. But if that's interesting to you and you do want to learn more about it, you can find the campaign in the description down below, and of course click to get notified once it launches.